Hi, we are Alicja, Piotr and Kluska, our black lab. Last year, we bought a rooftop tent with one dream, to explore Scandinavia. This spring, we spent a month road tripping through Sweden and Norway, covering more than 6,000 kilometers. We are not professional travelers, just two millennials with remote jobs and a sassy Labrador, so packing everything we needed for 30 days into one car was a challenge. Luckily, we learned a lot along the way, so in this video we will show you exactly what we packed, what turned out to be essential, and what we need to upgrade. But before we get into that, here are some of our favorite moments from the journey.
So primary thing obviously is a tent or somewhere to sleep. We have a review of our tent from last year. Will be linked somewhere. But we did a couple of upgrades. Once you're in a tent, you want to get some light, and I can recommend a cheapo Chinesium €5 pack that folds into itself, and we have it set up for a whole trip. In the tent, we leave it when we fold the tent inside, and it works pretty well. It charges via USB, and this year, because we were in the polar cycle during summer and we had light almost all the time, one charge was enough for the whole month. So this is a really nice addition that you can think of when collecting the equipment. Other upgrade, Alicja has sewn us a fitted sheet for our bed, and it was really nice. Didn't fold out under our asses during all the sleepless nights, and it's really nice addition to have a nice cotton fitted sheet to sleep on. Finally, something that we complained about during our review, that you cannot fully close the vents here. We added double, I think it's called double 3M tape. I just sewn it on the end, but unfortunately the glue is not enough, so we need to sew it through. But it held really nice during the winds and kept us nice and toasty inside. One more part of windproofing the tent was a cheap sleeping mat. I don't know, also for like €5. Of cost to cover the side that the wind smashes on, because there is a permanent window there, and when it's super windy, it's nice to just put it behind the rails, and it also worked quite well, and it doubles as a mat outside whenever you need to do something outside. So since we started with sleeping arrangement, the other part of the sleeping arrangement, I can only recommend a comfy pillow. Whatever your preference is, take it from home. It's the best thing when camping, if you have a nice comfy pillow. The other part is keeping you warm, so the base is sleeping bag. It doesn't matter if it's synthetic or down. In this case, when you travel by car everywhere and you bring it in the car, just make sure that it's at least graded for 0 degrees Celsius, whatever that's in Fahrenheit. And then I would even go below that to be like, you can always get out of the sleeping bag in the night. It's really hard to get extra cover. So sleeping bag, nice warm socks if you travel to the cold countries, like we do, and then blankets. You can never have too many blankets. So 1 and 2 blankets. Then the part to keep your dog warm, so we were using the hammock under kilt as a sleeping bag for Kluska, and then Alicja made this awesome down jacket for her out of thrifted down jacket. And one extra addition for this year that was really nice. We had some nights below 0 degrees and it made them maybe not super comfortable but survivable. A nice big hot water bottle. You can cook it on the stove or in the arrangement that we're gonna talk soon about. But yeah, hot water bottle is a discovery from this year and it was super nice. Once you have a hot water bottle, you might want to have some hot water to put into that. So basic arrangement is a cooking stove. That's gonna be in a minute. But this year we upgraded ourselves with electricity, so nice electric kettle was really cool to have. And to power this kettle, this year we have 1 kilowatt hour, Jesus, hard word, power pack. This one is from Fossibot. Yeah.
You spent quite some time choosing the power bank. What made you choose this one?
Yeah, I always do a research when I buy something that's pricier than pack of chips. So I did a lot of research. I would say it's good enough. I'm not super happy. There's like it's supposed to have 2 power delivery ports on the front, but whenever we tried to plug into laptops, they never could negotiate the power. So we ended up charging in turns. But yeah, 1 kilowatt hour was more than enough to keep our fridge running, and then boiling 2 kettles of water, and then kept all our electronics running without the problem. And then we were charging it while driving from 100 watt 12 volts in the car, and it stayed almost all the time topped up to 100%. So yeah, it depends how much electricity you use, but in our case, the 1 kilowatt hour was more than enough. I'm not sure I can recommend Fossibot fully, but yeah.
Does the job.
It does the job, and we were quite happy with it. So you want to keep yourself warm, and then you might need some stuff warm, but then also you need some stuff cold. So this is the compressor fridge that we have since last year. Yeah, I can only recommend it. It's in our case it's Yolko, but I know that they're sold under different brands. It's some Chinese made compressor fridge. And yeah, it's 30 liters. It's more than enough for us. It can work as a freezer. It can work as a fridge. Yeah, it's a really good fridge. We are happy with it. And now that we have power pack, it worked really well constantly. Last year we had we were working with interrupted power, so it was cooling only when we were driving. But this year it was powered up all the time, and there wasn't really even that much condensation inside. Yeah, it used maybe 100 watts a day when working as a fridge, and it was set up really low to 0 degrees Celsius. So yeah, I can only recommend this brand. And yeah, this model is also nice because the compressor is up top. So yeah, you have this awkward place at the bottom of the fridge down there that usually the stuff that you want to take out of the fridge ends up in. But on the other hand, you can stand it everywhere, and you know that you are not gonna get trash in compressor or water in compressor. And then when you pack it up in the car, it's also really easy to make sure that the vents are open and it can do its job. So in some kind of natural order, we are doing this off script, obviously, because we are not professionals. We came down to the kitchen. So this box is our pantry. We have all kinds of snackies here, and then we had all kinds of food and coffee, sweets, crackers, everything here. Everything that's food-like is here. Oh, I'd like some chocolate after we're done with this, so let's take it out. This is Chinese box that we bought from AliExpress, and I thought it's gonna be super nice to have this access from the side that you can open. Yeah, it doesn't open. So you get what you pay for, but I can recommend having a box for all your pantry. Just one simple box that you can take out when cooking outside, and then it's really easy to move around. But it takes much more space than just packing stuff in your trunk. So the other part of our kitchen, so a kitchen box, every imaginable piece of cutlery, some sauces, some spices, some ready-to-use pasta, coffee. Oh, this is a nice thing. Talking about coffee, we bought a coffee server from Hario last year, and it's super nice when camping. We just make a big batch of coffee. It takes like 0.8 liters inside, and it keeps it even too warm, I would say. Whenever you pour it, you need to wait like a couple of minutes to coffee to be drinkable. The other part of our kitchen, Decathlon cooking set, this one is 4-person. It packs nicely, it has everything you need for a start. It's super nice. Later on you might want to add some better cutlery, some better plates, but as a starter pack it's super nice. It has everything you need, and then it packs in this nice package.
So it has 4 plates, 4 sets of cutlery.
If you don't lose any.
And 4 cups.
And 4 cups, then
a pan,
a pot, and then a cover for both of those, and then
a little cutting board.
A little cutting board, yes. Another part of our cooking set, water tank. This is also some Chinese water tank, bought cheaply. I don't even remember the price on this. But yeah, this is 18.5 liters with a faucet. 18.5 liters for us to, depending if we were using this water for washing up or not, it can hold from 3 to even 7 days of cooking, drinking, and everything. So I think it's ideal. We never got to the point that, oh my god, we have no water and we need to find urgently somewhere to fill it up. Yeah, 20 liters of water, really nice. Final piece of cooking, a stove. This is a super cheap one, running on those 220 gram cartridges. It's not super eco-friendly, it's not super nice to use, but for a start is more than enough. I think our next upgrade is gonna be a stove, but yeah. And then again, you don't use that much of these. In our case, for a month trip of even cooking water for hot water bottles sometimes, and then cooking in not so optimal conditions because we had some problems with those cartridges freezing up. We used like 7 of those, so yeah. Bags for your clothes, one for him, one for her. How many you are, how much space you need. It's a question you need to answer yourself. I'm a big fanboy of North Face Basecamp bags. This pink one I have had for 5 years at least, and I'm trashing it around. It's waterproof enough for you to trash it around when camping. It holds up nicely. The medium size we have here was more than enough for all our clothes for this trip. We have our solution for storing our clean clothes. And this year Alicia has sewn us those super nice linen dirty laundry bags. And then she embroidered this really nice.
We both embroidered. You embroidered the socks, the little socks.
Yeah, the worst part that was embroidered here is me. This is super convenient. We just throw our stuff there, and whenever we can do some laundry, we just take the bag and go.
And it's already pre-sorted.
Yeah. Final piece of camping gear, chairs and table. Chairs are the cheapo ones from Decathlon. I think it's gonna be also the next upgrade to change those. These ones are comfy, but really hard to pack nicely in the boot, and then yeah, it was super annoying each time to find a spot for them in the boot. But I'm super happy with the table. I bought it off price because there was some discoloration, but yeah, it's so discolored right now that you cannot even find the discoloration. So yeah, folding table for sure is something you must have. Maybe for shorter trips you can get by, but for the longer trips, having a table to cook on and then sit next to, it's super nice. And yeah, have a table.
And my personal favorite part of the setup is our snacks and crafts part of our car, which is located right under my seat, the passenger seat. And you can find here everything from embroidery threads, from knitting bag with all of my yarn, but also some snacks. So you can feed your driver when you're driving, and you can make your crafts while driving, because you spend a lot of time in a car. And you have so much time that you can almost knit an entire sweater over a month-long drive. If you know the reference, comment down below.